Hello guys, welcome to BreakIN, the path of the comic book artist. My name is Esau. As usual, I don't remember which number of episode it is, but you will see it in the title. A lot of stuff has happened in the past 2 weeks. If I can make a quick recall of my goals, I actually have stopped doing the gestures for more than a week now. It's not that I didn't want to, it's just that, as my friend Ari said, sometimes life gets in the way, or you have to learn how to cope with life, so to speak. I got a couple of gigs that required me to act really fast, tight deadlines, and but the good thing is that a gig is a gig, so I had to work on that, and because of that, I kind of set my gesture goals on the side for a while. But I intend to get it back again and start doing the gestures again. As far as the writing, my writing goal, my stories are still not written. I know, and writing is not easy, but I did brainstorm some ideas with my girlfriend, my beautiful Pikoko. She's a writer too, and we went back and forth with some of the ideas that I had in my mind, and she actually suggested a couple of things that were really interesting. So there's more elements now in the mix. That's it. That's about my goals. I still have those goals. I still have to keep doing the gestures, and now actually I want to step it up a notch and not just do the gestures, but start doing more specific things. I've noticed that I have a weakness in facial expressions. I need to draw more facial expressions to make my art speak more in that sense, and also a couple of other things. But just for me, it's important to, well, actually for everyone, you have to practice the things that you are the most, you have them, your weakest points, you have to practice them more. So I have a couple of them spotted, and now I have to practice them. So that's as far as my goals. Now, as far as what happened in the past 2 weeks, I don't think I have mentioned before, but I have a couple of friends here in the city, in Monterrey, that, well, actually it's more than a couple. There's a few people here that they work as professionals in the comic book industry. They work for Marvel and for other big companies, and I'm lucky enough to get to talk to them and share my experiences with them, and they actually built or are building a really interesting project here called Ficción Narradores, which stands for Fiction Storytellers, and it's a new publishing company here in Mexico, and their goal is actually to produce high quality content. That's right, Lloyd, high quality content in Spanish for Mexico, for Spanish speaking people. So the cool thing about this is that all of the people that are involved in this project are actually working professionals. So it's kind of like what I experienced back in the Cuba school, where the teachers were actually working professionals. Or here, my friends are all working professionals, and they are striving to build something really, really interesting and really impactful. So I'm lucky enough to know them and to be called sometimes for to help out in anything that the project may require. Right now, they just opened up shop. That was Saturday. Yeah, no, that was Friday. 2 days ago. Today's Sunday, the day of the recording. They had this big opening, and they invited everyone that wanted to come. you should follow them. Go to their Instagram, go to their Facebook page. It's Ficción Narradores. I'm gonna post on the description box. Also the Instagram and the Twitter. You should follow them because even though it's in Spanish, the storytelling language is universal. So if you like pictures, if you like awesome, pretty, colorful, meaningful, dramatic, and just overall awesome pictures, you should give them a look because their work is spotless. And hey, I mean we should spread the word. If it's cool comics, everyone should take a look at this. So over this weekend, one of a very important artist here from Mexico. His name is Edgar Salazar. He has worked for DC and Dynamite and other companies. He gave a workshop of basic comic book concepts and storytelling techniques. So I took the workshop, and it was a really awesome experience. It reminded me a lot of what the Kubert School was when I was there. So it was a lot of good memories and flashbacks going on. Edgar is a really cool guy. He's an overall awesome artist. He's dedicated, and he was patient and really nice with all of the kids that attended to the workshop. So we were really lucky to be a part of the workshop. To me, it's important to listen to the personal experiences from the artists that I get to know. So whenever I get the chance, I show my portfolio and ask for critiques. Just like Damien said, when we were at the Kubert School, we got critiqued all the time. So our skin is pretty thick by now. But even so, you have to be open. You have to have your mind open for any critiques from anybody. If it's somebody that you respect for their art, and you just keep an open mind for anything that they have to say about your work. I also got to help in the creation of a mural. It's a really cool mural, and it's over there at the offices of Central Ficción, which is the fiction headquarters. So I think it's gonna be really cool in the future. It's just opened up, but it will change stuff here in Mexico. So let's just keep crossing fingers and working hard for that to happen. Okay, quick reminder. I remember that I mentioned you guys that I'm going to La Mole Comic Con in Mexico City. So right now I'm setting up everything as far as materials. I'm preparing all the stuff that I'm going to take over there. This is a real opportunity for me to make everybody notice me. And this is, as I mentioned before, this is the first time that I'm making the rounds in the comic convention here in Mexico. So that's a cool thing. So I'm getting ready for that. I'm setting up a sketchbook, and I'm actually planning some other stuff to sell there. So that's what is keeping me busy right now. Just setting up. I'm gonna take a couple of, well, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, I'm gonna take a print run of floppies of Tyrants to sell over there. So we can, have international presence, not just digital comics, because we're selling it on Amazon. As usual, the link it's down in the description box. If you haven't bought it, go there and buy it. It's a nice book. And well, yeah, I'm taking a print run over there, so hopefully it'll be ready for then. Anything else? Well, I'm still doing samples, preparing portfolio, the usual stuff. Just waiting for an opportunity. Speaking of opportunities, there's a couple of really cool contests going on, making the rounds on the interwebs. Some of them are here in Mexico, national. Some others are from the U.S. I'm gonna post the links on the description box too, in case you have not heard of them. So if you are interested in doing some contests, I think it's a good opportunity to get your work noticed. And you have to keep practicing over and over. So that's about it for this week. Thank you very much for listening once again. Please share this with anyone that you think it will help. You know, like it, subscribe, share it. If you didn't know, I have another YouTube channel. Posting in the description box, my link. Go there. I have some time-lapse videos, and I post stuff over there all the time. Also, if you don't have it already, go. You can add me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, the whole deal. I'm all over the social media. If you want to check my work. So thanks again for joining us. Tune in 2 days for my man Aries. He'll have some really cool stuff to say, and just remember that if you wanna break in, never give up and never surrender, and keep working your ass off.